right, good afternoon, parents. I know it's Friday and you're probably like, we can be done. Well, I got one bit of housekeeping I'd like to address with you guys, and then it has to do with your students' Acellus account. Now, what is Acellus? Well, that's what we're using, excuse me, for curriculum this year. You've probably seen your students on there taking a pre-test or something along those lines. Excuse me, tickle in the throat. End of the day, I'm pretty much shot. So if you were to look at today's assignment from the Google site, it would look something like this. Now, I have the math, and the assignment says to work on today's work and then meet your goal. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you were to click on this, it would take you to Acellus, and then your student would actually log into what they see here on this webpage. Now, everything is already hooked up on, this is all the different curriculum that we're using. This is our language arts. This is our math, social studies, intro to coding. This is where they're doing the bulk of their core curriculum, if that's what you want to call it. So the cool thing is you can actually click on these. But first, I want to bring your attention to this spot right here, the parent registration. I want to encourage all of you guys to log into this. And this will give you a separate login from your student, which is going to be awesome because you can check their progress every single day to make sure they're keeping up with the work that's being assigned, because we're going to start using this a lot more. The seesaw is going to be mainly for attendance and some kind of fun activities that I want to use to break up this stuff. But for the most part, if you log into this on the parent registration, it'll give you your own login, like I said, and you can keep up and see what their progress is each individually day. Okay, so let me show you this. So if I were to log in, this is a test student, so it's not anybody specific. I can click on this assignment.
Like, what is happening in the plot? What happened?
And it'll take me right to the first part of the next lesson. Or if your student was working on something, they took a break and they clicked on that again, it would pick up exactly where this leaves off. So I'm going to go back to the main screen really quick because I want to show you guys this. This is really where it comes into that a lot of their today's work and their progress bar for the week comes into play. So if I click on these three bars where it says progress, it takes me to this. So as you can see, this student is pretty far behind. And I understand this is the first week, so I'm not 100% like, oh, this is a bonkers idea. We're so far behind. I can't assign anymore. Well, I'm going to be getting back into the assignments come Monday. And I know it's not the most ideal situation, but in reality, we kind of lost a week last week with everything that happened in our area. And I would like to see, and you can handle this however you would like to. I'm not saying make your kids sit down and do 5 hours of work to get caught up. I'm saying if you want to break it up over the weekend, please, I would encourage that because I want to make sure come Monday, all of my students are all set and ready to go for a fresh start come Monday. Okay. So each individual day, the more work they do, this progress bar will turn blue. And when they're done with today's work, there will be a star inside that box. And you can check each individual thing that we do. So in this case, this student still has some math to do. This student still has probably some science to do. And this student probably still has some social studies to do. But again, the more work your student does, and today's work is going to be listed right here. Now, the cool thing about Acellus is it actually breaks it down. As you can see in social studies, there's 9 steps, but that's divided by 5 days. So there may be a couple of steps they only have to do in social studies each individual day. But in math, you can see we've broken it down by 31 steps. So they may have 5 or 6 steps to do each day. But if they stay on top of it, they'll be able to chunk that out and get their progress bar filled in each individual day. Now, I know this is a lot of information. You probably are going to have a ton of questions for me. So I'm going to leave my phone on. Please feel free to text me and let me know if you have any questions at all. But for the most part, I want to make sure that you guys log in with your student and with your kiddo to find out how they're doing on this weekly progress report. And again, this week, a little bit of a weird week because I didn't even honestly I shouldn't say know about it, but I did know about it, but I wasn't checking it as diligently as I should have. So it's partially my fault as well, and I absolutely take the blame on that part of it. But um, I want to make sure that we get all of our students to the point to where come Monday they're not so far behind that they're making up everything from last week to get to the point to where they're like, okay, I just want to make it manageable for you guys. So again, first thing, click on the parent registration, get yourself signed up so you can keep track of what your kiddo is doing and each day. And then click on each and one of the classes. Again, the language arts, ELA, the math, science, and social studies. Those are the ones that I'm really, really concerned about at this point in time with the fact that they might be a little bit behind in here. Now, some of you may not be as behind as others, but again, it's the first week of school. You should have all gotten at least some of this work done. And if you don't, please work on it this weekend. Work with your kids. Make it a fun thing. If they need a break, give them a break. Don't make it a fight. I just want to make sure you guys are ready to go come Monday. Okay, so again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to text me. My number is on the Google site. You can email me. I'll be checking my emails this weekend as well. My wife might not like that too much, but I'm going to because I care about your kids and I want to make sure that they're being successful. So if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need. If you miss something, pause it, rewind it, go back. Your kid can probably help you get caught up as well. So I hope it was helpful. And hopefully I didn't add a whole lot of stress to your plate. But again, just take it step by step, make it in chunks, and help them get caught up. Okay? Thanks for your time.